And we are live. Hope you guys are doing all right this evening. See who we can get to come out of the rabbit hole and play. Sorry, got that. Doing something real quick. Anyway, we'll hang out and see who pops up. And if we don't have anybody, it will still be all right. Oh, we got two people online so far. Hello, two people online so far. Hope you guys are doing all right. Um, Thank you, Ed. I was about to ask if you would give me a sound check. Thank you very much. Hope you're doing all right this evening, man. How is everything going with you? Black coffee. Pete's coffee, I think. Good. I'm actually on. I remembered to finally unload the car. So I was looking in the background, and it's almost like there. If you look up, oh, not on this side. Yeah, I'm on my laptop. Yeah, my new one. So nope, nope. Do you see that haze right there? Do you see a haze? It may just be on this camera, which makes me wonder if I need to kind of clean that. Early Alzheimer's. There you go. Probably so. Or I'm just scrub. There we go. Seeing the ghost in my head. There we go. No better. Probably just resolution. Change it. It was the light causing that problem. That's what that was. That's interesting. It's one of those LED super efficient things. And I'm thinking I'm picking up some of the interference from it. Oh, well. Oh, well. You doing okay today, Doc? You feeling any better? Did you get any rest? Man, it's good coffee. Or as J Null Zero would say, "Holy crap, that's good coffee." Yeah, I saw that you had mentioned that. Well, once you get on your new medications, maybe that will alleviate everything. Your blood pressure still been doing all right. Yeah, and we got some other people hanging out in the background. Hey guys, come on in if and you want to. It's pretty laid back in here, so you can just watch or you can comment. It'll be a unofficial 140 over. That's still low. Um, well, better than it was, I reckon. So that's good. Has a doctor talked to you anymore over your connection? Okay. Well, it is Saturday. You know, it is Saturday. Hey, prepping artist, how are you doing? I could not remember your name, and I hadn't had a chance to look back at. See if you can post your comments or your information this time. Let me write this down. Prepping artist on YouTube. Well, actually, let's see if I can do something right now. I was trying to do something. I better not. I'm afraid I'll knock us off. That did not go well. Let's see if I can change that back. There we go. Like I said, it has been a long time since I was able to do live streams. Anyway, let's see. Nope, let's just leave it alone, Darren. I'll quit messing with it right now while we're doing the live, and I will just hang out with you guys. What do you guys want to talk about? Anything fun, anything interesting happened today to you guys or this week? All that antacid you took, absolutely, ain't it though? It was. It was almost. I was going. Is that one of those infinite windows? Yeah, yeah. I will. Hands off the keyboard. There we go. I'll stay away from it. I understand. Today, well, today wasn't. We went and did my dad's birthday today. 80 years old. 80 years old. Oh, yeah, the soul, yeah. That you'd have to see the post. But one of the funniest things I ever had. I'm glad you're doing good, Ed. I had a dog named Cooper, and Cooper was a black and tan, is a hound, and he would get into the neighbors' garbage and tear up all kinds of stuff, and all the neighbors hated Cooper. And that's back when Shauna and I, the hooch, when we were poor, broke, and hungry, and we lived in a little bitty. You watched the Doris Day movie? Well, okay. And we lived in a 1970s single wide trailer. It was a rough trailer. Some of them are still in good shape. This one was rough. That's all we could afford. And Cooper would go through the neighbors and get all the garbage and just tear everything up. One Sunday morning, I got up and there was garbage all in my yard because he'd drag it to my yard, our yard, and dig it all and just tear through it and everything. Oh, I got up and, got the garbage can and started picking up garbage and throwing it, cussing at that stupid dog. And there was old beer boxes and stuff like that. And I reached down to grab a box of Bud Light in the bottle, and it was full, and it was clank, clank. And I thought he drugged some dog, somebody's empties over here. And then it's awful heavy. And I looked in it. The dog had gone on someone's back porch or in their garage when their garage was open, and he grabbed a 12-pack of Bud Light in the bottles and drugged them over to the house and left them on the front porch. And I was thinking, there is a Santa Claus, because that was back then. I enjoyed a good Bud Light every now and then. But that was a good dog. He never did it again, though. And then a few days later, one of my neighbors, one house up. Oh, it is. And my neighbor came over from a few doors up, and he said, "Better lock your place up." I said, "What happened?" He said, "You don't believe it? Some damn kids went on my back porch and took a case of beer that I had for my party." I said, "Really?" I said, "What kind was it?" He said, "I just bought 2 cases of Bud Light in the bottles, and there was only one left. I didn't even see nothing." So it was his beer. The best beer is someone else's. That's when I learned that story. That was a good story. Yep. I had Dad's 80th birthday party today. 80 years old. How about that? And he's still up and kicking, doing stuff around the house and the property. And yeah, no, that was the dog that did it that time, literally. And he was, it's interesting because he's my stepdad, but he married my mom when I was 6 years old. And so I see the progression of Dad, because it's going to happen to me and everything. And Dad was one of these hard asses, just because he was a drill instructor in the Army. This was during Vietnam. Of course, this is way before I was even around, and so he, uh, you know, mentored a lot of young men who went over into Vietnam, and that mentoring brought uh, bled over into my upbringing as a child, and that was one reason I never decided to join the military, because I always tell everybody I grew up, having locker checks and stuff like that, and if if your kit wasn't squared, it was hell to pay. And so when I turned 17, I graduated, I moved out, and hey, Luna, hope you're doing good. And after that, I thought it's almost like I've been in the military for 17 years or 15 years. I did not want anything else to do with PT or policing cigarette butts, or which I did religiously growing up, or locker checks, all that good stuff. KP, Dad was hell. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, absolutely. And boy, don't wear your cover in the house. Um, and he would knock that ball cap off your head. Now he's just an old man hugging grandkids, but Dad was hell, and it was fun because Dad would, you know, I can remember like 8 or 9 years old, Dad would say, "You want to learn how to fight with a knife, boy?" I'm like, "Yeah." And so we'd spend, and Mom would just go out there and shake her head. And he said, "I'm teaching this boy, Joyce. He needs to learn this stuff." I was like, "Yeah, just Mom, leave me alone. I'm finally learning something good." Um, wow, 90. But so Dad's doing good, kicking around and everything. He really enjoyed it, and so I bought him a birthday card that said "Happy 100th birthday" for his 80th birthday. I said, "Well, now you got something to shoot for." And he looked at me. He just started laughing. So it was nice. We had 25 people there at the restaurant, and it was good stuff. What kind of cake? He had two cakes. It was a strawberry something cake and then a red velvet cake, and so it was pretty good. And so everybody brought home a piece or two of cake, and it was really good. Bringing it 68, 69 Imperial. He had bought in California, was rock. Still had the tag on the dash. Yeah, it was really good. Wasn't too sweet. It was to where I liked it, and I don't care for much. I don't care for a lot of sweet stuff. It was really good. The guy was complaining of a well. It cut off the rest of your comment, Doc. I don't know why. Hang on. Can I click on it and it do something? Um, no. Okay. But I have been seeing some weird stuff out in the prepping world, and I am too low on the totem pole to fall into any of this stuff. Have you noticed that the preppers on these prepping channels are all kind of yan yan at different other people? Uh, Complaining of noise. So he test drove it. Rear pinion was bad, so he walked into the office and told the guy, "All the trouble is in the rear." There you go. That's good. But one of the things that these people were talking about was, you know, somebody's doing this or not doing this or behaving this way or not behaving this way. Um, some of it is silly. If you're on YouTube
or on a platform. Hey, Survival Buzz, how are you doing? Good. Let me write yours down too. So I can look yours up again. Uh, the I'm not going to try to look it up because I almost made everybody have flashbacks just a second ago. The Survival Buzz. There we go. Got that one too. Yeah, yeah, and it just like they're not living off grid and they're not doing this and they're doing that and everything. So I was going to just get to the chase and just let you guys know I don't ever plan on living off grid. If you do, that's great, and I'm all for you, and I will come and do interviews and whatever if I can and learn how to do it. I don't ever plan on living off grid. I don't ever plan on not having air conditioning or internet. Now, if the zombies come, and we got to do our Mad Max stuff, hey, I got the chapless or I got the assless chaps. I'm ready. But dang, it's just, you know, it's just preparedness, guys. Uh, Net goes down. No AC, no running water. I'd rather die. Yeah, I understand. Now, all joking aside, I know how to do the stuff and get around with all that other stuff without all of it, and how to make do and everything, and water catchments, blah, 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 and all the stuff that you guys know about too. That's one reason I don't do the bushcraft stuff anymore. I like it. We grew up doing it. My dad, that was like go out and sleep in the woods overnight. Boy, here's some matches, a pot, and some Campbell soup. Yes, sir. So, we went out and built the fort, slept in it, so that stuff just doesn't, it doesn't, it's okay. Uh, no food, no light, not a single luxury. It's like Robinson Crusoe. It's just primitive as can be. Hey, redneck prepper, what you doing? One day at a time. How'd you slip in here? Hey, man, how are you doing tonight? You at work or you off? Oh no, you had that big job come in, so you are probably at work or getting ready to go in. I would imagine. It's not late yet. Sergeant Rocco was saying, I know you guys can read this stuff. I just like reading it out loud. I was in the Marines, lived in the Soviet Union, fought in Bosnia. Nope. Give me comfort or give me death. Absolutely. Absolutely. And, and, I know if I subscribe to these people's points of view and did this, my channel would be really, really a lot further along. But the top secret survival gun to have. Okay, I'll lay it on you guys. Here it is. The top secret survival gun to have is the one that you have that you're comfortable using and the one that you trained with. There you go. That was it. How much ammunition should you store? All of it if you can, but a reasonable amount to what you expect. Survival Buzz, I am here in deep South Alabama. I was trying to think. 4 hours into Alabama, I guess, pretty much, as the crow flies. Watching a lathe turning the shaft outside diameter. Yeah, I figured, yeah, when last time I talked to you, you said you were about to get a big job. Be safe, buddy. Watch your decimal points. I'm kidding. I know you do that already. Got sick of a lot of the YTube prepniks telling me I'm wrong for stocking buckwheat and sushi rice instead of pinto beans and regular rice. See you, buddy. See you one day at a time. Yeah, I know. I know, Rocco. And that sushi rice that you had recommended to me, this was over a year ago. I've got it bagged up, and it's fine. The sushi rice is just fine. Anti-Semitism. I have noticed that has increased since all this has been going on. You do what you want. You know, if you don't like it, you want it. Yeah, yeah. That's only rice at PT. Well, from having known about Pete through you, I can understand that's what he's eaten for a long time, more than likely, and it's good. So, and there is a difference, guys. There actually is a difference. Less, well, Rocco would have to tell you, less starch, less internal starch, or something like that. But that's what makes the sushi roll when you do the rolls. That's one of the things that makes it just like do so good. Or maybe it's more. I can't remember. Makes it clump up nicely. But so all the stuff you see, and I ain't knocking on anybody. I like most all of them, and I can learn from everybody. I figure, because I am not the super prepper. But do your own research. I can tell you how to. I don't know how to clean your sunglasses the proper way, because that's the absolute best way to clean your sunglasses. Really? And do your own research. That may not be the best way to do your sunglasses. It's just something silly. I grabbed it, or you know, the best way to clean your boomstick. How you want to do it? Just, is it clean? Okay. Does it function? All right. Is it safe? Yeah. Okay. Good stuff. You're good to go. And I know as preppers, we like to get in the weeds. And those of you who do the extensive prepping like I do, comment. Feel free. And if you say I think you're wrong, post it. Won't hurt my feelings. We're all grown. Won't hurt my feelings a bit. Because while I know a lot, I don't know all of it. Sergeant Rocco says, stock what you know your family will eat. We rotate and eat most of our preps. There you go. Now, that is the nut of it right there, or the meat of the nut, I should say. That is the meat of the nut. But that ain't sexy, and that don't sell books, and that don't get you viewers. But you're absolutely right, Survival Buzz. I mean, that's what you do. Years ago, when I first started doing this, I mean, it was like right at Y2K. So I've been doing this for a long time. I remember there was like generic, I think it was generic mushrooms that were, a case was 30 cents a piece or 25 cents a piece. And that stuff was nasty. But I remember I had probably 4 cases of it stacked up, for when the computers go down in Y2K, and there you go. That was horrible stuff. I didn't eat any of it. Redneck prepper. I am better at it. I'm gonna let my wife handle the gravy, I think. I got to try the Japkabap mix of rice grains told you about. I will have to go back through our messaging and get the recipe again. Being single, it is fairly easy for you. Absolutely. You know what you like, and you can budget out everything. And the redneck prepper says, how's gravy going? It's passable. It's lumpy. It's got flavor, but it's lumpy. My whole thing that led me to, I like to cook. I really like to cook. And I like geeking out on the precision stuff that some chefs do. But I try to do it with the stuff that we've prepped. So if you see, I say this is the can of stuff, and it has the dates on it that I always put on. This is stuff that we pulled, or this is some of the stuff that we've canned up. Jarred gravy. You make, yeah, okay, fair, yeah. And if you're not good at something, don't. If you don't want to fiddle with it anymore. Don't fiddle with it anymore. I can sew. I can sew a button. I can sew a hem. I can sew a patch on because my dad sure showed me that. But I can't make a suit of clothes. And I just really don't have a desire to learn how to make a suit of clothes. Is that a critical skill? Yes, absolutely. I ain't knocking that. I had some really good friends. I work in Tennessee, a week out of the month, and I've made friends with a lot of people up there, local people, and I've been doing this for 3 years now, so they know me, I know them, and they say, well, they'd looked at the channel and you doing that prep and stuff. I said, yeah. He said, well, we got a little group and we get together and go out at the shooting range that we use, and come out, hang out with us and shoot, bring your rifles. And so I do, and go up there and shoot and everything. And we talk about all kinds of stuff, and they are really big on patrols and doing this and how to do this and setting up. We've got X at X, and they did not tell me all the pertinence, the particulars, but we've got X at X, and we're setting up our LRLP, and we're going to do this. We're going to be doing patrols and everything. I said, man, that's fantastic. I said, what do you, and we're doing our compound. I said, that's really cool. And he says, we got everything set up. And once I got to know him, I'd gone out to it. And hey, Sandy, how are you doing? And I said, that's really cool. I said, where's your water source? You got, not being nosy. I said, don't tell me, just, you got water? Because they said, take a look and see what you think and tell us. I said, well, how's the water source? You got wells? Well, we got, we can go do this and, do a little bit of water catchment. And I said, that's great. That's a good answer. Where's your bathrooms? You got, where's everybody eat? You got a place to eat? Who watches the kids? This is, and again, this is the unsexy side of all the prepping that everybody talks about. And this is why, I could do 10 guns to last you through SHTF. But come on. That's just dull as dirt. To me anyway, because the 10 guns that I'm going to have that I want to, the 10 guns are the ones I have, and the ones I use, and the ones I'm comfortable with, and the ones I've trained with. That's just how it is. Cornbread muffins, flour, baking powder, and lard. I just can't. It comes out lumpy. I tried. I think one of the first mistakes I did, I was trying it with butter, and butter don't work. I'm going to work on biscuits. I understand, because mine come out as about as thick as your watch and about as hard. So that's about right. How have you been doing, Sandy? I understand. Yeah, it has been, finishing up January was a long, long, long week. You've told me about those homemade tortillas. Did she actually use the corn flour? Oh yeah, that's cool, buddy. Keep that thing. That's some good stuff. I have seen those things. I would like to try my hand at making them. I bet those are good. Somebody else told me that not to overwork the dough. I can't remember. It's one of you guys. Somebody said quit overworking, because Oh dang it! I can tell you the technical. It allows the long strand molecules to become stickier and stickier, and then it makes them clump up. I can't remember it. Um, I cannot remember it. And it's one of the intolerances that everybody have to bread. It is. I would. Yeah, I'll have to look up some recipes on everything how to do that. Oh, okay. I'm down here in the bunker, and all the grow lights just turned off. So that's where the pink went. It just turned off. Um, Getting ready to been looking at seeds. After Dad's birthday, the hooch wanted to stop at a couple of the plant nurseries, and so we went and looked, and I looked at the seed packs. But these are seed packs from uppity seed nurseries, plant nurseries, and so seeds are expensive now. I think a regular pack of Burpee seeds are $3 and something. So I either get my seeds from the feed store, or like for the really cool stuff, I'll order them online. And even then, like if you're ordering that good King Henry seed that I did last year, which is uh, it's a wild perennial spinach, so it always comes back to. And for me, if you're doing gardening, perennials are the bee's knees. But oh, good grief, yeah. Sometimes you can find the packs, that little blue and white pack at the Dollar General for 20 cents a piece, but they're mostly flowers or herbs, you know. And I'm not knocking them. I love flowers, and I like herbs, but you can only do so much basil, or so much cilantro. Although I really like both of them, I can do a lot of it. But just like it's back to that prepping side. Just whatever I tell you, do research. Lovish. I don't think I've ever grown that. I don't think I have. Um, be careful, man. I'll take a look at your channel, and I will make a point of subscribing to it and looking at it. Be careful. Have a good evening. But with all the stuff that goes on, just do your own research. Um, yes, yes, I have to say it is. Um, okay, cool. But I was trying to think where the track I was on. Hey, surviving in Alabama. Hope you're doing all right, buddy. Hope everything is going okay with you. Just been busy, a little bit busy. Uh, Dad's birthday and all that good stuff. Hope you're doing all right. Surviving in Alabama has his YouTube channel, Surviving in Alabama. And if you guys hadn't subscribed to him, go take a look. He's a good guy. He's a friend of mine. Lives up the road, ish, a ways. So we get together on occasion and do some stuff when grown up time allows. That Alabama is one of the worst places to retire to. Well, um, Alabama is one of the worst places to retire to. Uh, I don't know. Our cost of living is fairly cheap on average. Our tax, like sales tax, is 10, 10% on the dollar, which might be high. We do have a state income tax, which does kind of suck, uh, in my opinion. Um, the temperature's fairly moderate. Uh, Cost of living, if you're retired with a pension, it's not bad. Um, Houses are getting hard to find. Uh, okay. Um, I was trying to think if I had to, if I couldn't live in Alabama, if the Honorable Governor Kay Ivey said, Darren, you got to go, I would probably hit Arkansas, maybe, or Tennessee. Um, or, now this is going to be weird, or I would go on to the Baja side of Mexico to retire to. Further down, not the Mexico Baja, but I mean just as a general reference. Um, Not the Gulf side. Maybe that maybe that would do it. Um, and that's always one reason why I like. I guess I like Mexican food. Maybe for that reason, it's just dang good to me. I would eat that every day of the week, all day long, and that's one reason I always kind of pick up a little Spanish when I can. Alabama, low tax, cost of hair. Yeah, now you got that right. Absolutely. Uh, I that yeah. Um, Property taxes are really low here, although mine have doubled and they're still really low. Mine have doubled, and hang on, mine have doubled, and I'm going to say they're $450, something like that. You think Argentina surviving in Alabama? I would not be opposed. Uh, Doc Falcon says his son loves Texas. Heck, I think that's why. I understand. Uh, there you go, Rocco. I understand. Uh, okay, Sergeant Rocco. Is it just because your family lives there, or is it just something else? I'm kidding. I'm messing with you. I think I would do that. And like I said, Arkansas. Okay, both. There you go. There you go. Hey, um, Arkansas. Yeah, maybe. Um, I'm curious to see some of that. Government insanity and very expensive. Um, yes, I would look for more of a southern climate myself. Although, like I said, I think I could tolerate Arkansas gets a little bit cooler. I do believe, um, from at least some of the areas that I was looking at. But um, and some places are more arid. Um, um, I have heard that upstate Washington. I know Washington State. I know. In the rural towns is really really nice. Um, and I have heard way upstate New York, not New York. Well, I've heard, yeah, I've heard really upstate New York is very nice, and also way upstate California. But you're in those states, and I can't do that. You won't move to Illinois even though you're born there. And Wisconsin, a lot. What's left of my family are there. Better off in Tennessee. That's right. Yeah, for me, we even talked about Hooch and I about Florida Panhandle, something like that, because it's far enough away from the hurricanes, and it is still a little bit more tropical. And again, the job that I do, I can drive and I can work online. So for me, location is, it doesn't really matter. I can kind of live anywhere. And I don't really want to live like in a large town-ish area. I like, and everybody says you shouldn't say the name of the city that you live in. I live in Centerville, Alabama. Population's about 2,000 people, 2,200. Average income for family, I'm going to say is 40,000, something like that. As far as demographics go, and the school education system's pretty good. Still really, really deep south. Everybody knows everybody, and I can walk down the street. If I'm walking down the street to go do something, now that I've been down here enough and I've ingrained myself in the neighborhood and the community, and somebody will pull over, they knows me, and they say, "Hey, Darren, what are you doing walking? Get in the truck." And I get in the truck. Bibb County and our county is, and I picked this place specifically for these reasons. I'm reading. No, yeah, I don't. Darren don't do snow. I've heard people shovel that crap. I don't know why. That just bothers me. That I don't know about. Because when it snows, you're supposed to go to the store and get your milk and your bread and come back home and watch Netflix for 3 days. It's a law down here in Alabama. Yeah, no, we don't. We don't do that. We don't. We don't tunnel. I forgot where it was. what I was saying. I got nervous when you started talking about snow. I'm about to go see how much bread we got in the damn house now. Quit talking about snow. I'm starting to itch. But I don't know. So I like this area. Okay, then you sit at home. Well, there you go. Our county, it's one of the poorer counties in the state of Alabama, which kind of says a lot. But our county seat of the EMS is here, and I know the guy who runs it, and so that, as well as like the cops and the county sheriffs, and then the state troopers hang out there and in all that. So I know these people, and they're good people. I know the lady that does the night shift work for the EMS, and the 911 and all that stuff. And like I said, we're a little bitty town, a couple of thousand, and don't knock Defiance Audio or Ohio, big solder factory, Mennonite Solder has an amazing outlet store there. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I still don't know about the snow stuff. I'm not into not into the snow. The hooch actually told me, she said, we should think about moving possibly to Alaska. And there I would have to find another job, but all the industrial work up there, that would be a problem. I was like, do you know how cold it gets? And my boss, I told him that, and he just laughed. He says, so you're going to move? Do I need to find somebody else to do your work? And I said, no. He said, let me tell you. He said, we were on, I can't remember. They were going through one of the passes in the warmer part of the winter or something like that. And it snowed. He said, my wife and I sat with our truck idling for a day, for 24 hours. He said, we had sense enough. He's in his 70s. He said, we have sense enough to pack food and water, toilet paper, stuff like that. And he said, my wife's done it with me enough. He says, when you get out to go pee, just pop a squat in the snowbank. And I'm like, holy cow. So no, solder makes church pews too. The winter's been nothing where snow has gotten so far as 5 or 6 inches. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. I would write a letter to your state representatives, and I would have that stuff put away. Paraguayan natives around here, they became Mennonites. Huh. So the signs are in English, German, and Spanish. That's actually very interesting. Married my wife in a Mennonite church in Archibald, Ohio. Huh. That's pretty cool. Hey, Dead Buck, what you up to, buddy? But yeah, I just don't know. I tip my hat to you guys for doing the snow thing. I just don't do it. Hey, Dead Buck, what's your thoughts on snow or living in an area that gets snow? Not saying tell everybody where you live. What are your thoughts on snow, the winter snow stuff and everything? It's one more Saturday. Okay, well, there you go. That's from a professional snower, I guess. Do you really? That stuff's made of water. I don't know. I'm going to go check and see how many gallons of milk we got now. But I don't know. That's why I've always enjoyed a more temperate climate. That and for the growing season. That's one of the things we like. Powdered, tinned. Both. Baby formula too, man. That's one of the things we actually do. Yeah. I figured. I agree completely, Sandy. I just, yeah, when the zombies come for me, I want them wearing flip-flops and shorts. That's just me though. Really surviving in Alabama. I don't know. But Dead Buck 73 says ice fishing season is here. You know that ice is mostly water. Just telling you. Something shifty about a chemical that keeps changing states. Like I said, call me crazy, but I just no. Like I said, Arkansas I can do. Tennessee, I like Tennessee, but the hooch won't do Tennessee because her ex-husband lives up there, and they lived or did some stuff in Nashville, and she said she won't ever set foot back in Tennessee. And I was like, wow, there you go. Coast Guard had to rescue 70 ice fishers off Catawba Island again this year. Dadgum. Chemical change like the COVID vaccine. Hey, dude. Already got one strike. I'm missing. Yes. Yes. Like the vaccine. I think something like that, or got married up there. I think I mean, of course, this was 30 years ago. We've been together about 20. Yeah, probably 30 years ago, something like that. I just don't understand. Now that spring training, that's interesting. Spring training, that would be. I've never gone down. That would be interesting to go down and see. Spring training stuff. Just sit back and watch them. Watch the guys doing. Oh, the sheet of ice broke free. That would just suck. Cubs will win the World Series this year. Huh. There you go. Okay, yeah. That was actually funny, Rocco. That was actually very funny. But we are at almost an hour, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. I know you guys got better stuff to do on a Saturday night. Quit talking about all the snow. It just creeps me out. I think here one year we got about 4 feet. I can't remember. I can't remember what year that was. It was quite a few years ago. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. Go wash your dinner plate, Doc Falcon. Leftover one roast goose leg left. I still don't like the look in Pete's beady little bloodshot eyes. Well, tell Pete I said howdy. And you guys take it easy. Quit talking about snow because you creep me out. I've said that again. And go out and have a good evening. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a live stream tomorrow because I'll be doing church in the morning, church in the evening. And tell them I said, hey, wave my cup of coffee. Be safe. Don't listen to all the crazy stuff. If you have a question, give me an email, mayhemcountryliving@gmail.com. All one word, If people tell you all this crazy stuff in regard to the preparedness lifestyle and all that stuff, do research. Do research, and then take out what you want and throw the rest back. Because, hey, Daniel, how you doing, buddy? I'm actually about to sign off, but take everything with a grain of salt that all these crazy people tell you, me included. Do your own research, and y'all stay safe. I'm going to wrap it up. You guys take it easy. Darren Snowcheski. There you go. I got it. Except for the interstate system. You guys be safe. I'm gone. Take it easy. Have a good one. Take care of you people.